Welcome back! We have made it to Build a Bridge Workshop, level 55. Well, hopefully it's as interesting, if not more interesting, than Build a Bear Workshop, so let's check it out. Judging from the title, it would seem like we need to build bridges between the islands, but we got flippers, so... Oh. Well, here's why. We'd have to get rid of the flippers later on, so we'd have to have a way to get to the exits. And also, we'd have to connect that with this chip, too. Well, I'm guessing the exit is down... Yeah, it's down here. So let's go ahead and backtrack and build the path to this point. And hopefully, we can just run right through it at the end. The nice thing about this level is that, thankfully, it's very, very lenient. You get tons of blocks, and there's really no way you can lose unless you're very careless. This level kind of reminds me of another level by, I think it was by Josh Lee, called Land of the Blocks. And basically it had like way more blocks. And you had to press them into the water so that you can get chips under them, which was a cool concept, but the problem though was that it was a little bit too easy, I think, just because there's so many of them. And because of that, you could easily just form a path without even thinking about it. On the other hand, this level is easy for a completely different reason, because you have all these blocks and you don't really have to worry about using the ones in the middle and in the lower left, so I kind of hope that somebody will make a level that's kind of a bit of a balance between these two. It's slightly more difficult because you don't have quite as many blocks to use, and you have to be more strategic with the paths you make. So it looks like we're pretty much on our way to victory, and we should head right in here. Build a Bridge Workshop is done. I suppose the other thing you could do to make this level a little bit harder, and I hear that Ajimium is going to make a harder version of this level for his second set, is that you can put another chip in the lower left, I suppose. Although that, if you're concerned about it, that might spoil the surprise of having to walk across a thief. But you find that out pretty early on anyway, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, the next level is one of my favorite levels in this set. It's called Roy G. Biv. And as the title indicates, this level has to do with color. All creatures, keys, buttons should be visited in rainbow order. Treat brown like orange and pink like violet. Well, with that in mind, let's not go to the balls on the right, and let's instead choose the fireballs, which are orange in nature. We can choose between the yellow bugs or the green blobs, and under this logic we'll go with the yellow bugs. Let's not get the green key because we need to get the red and yellow ones first. So we'll come back here later on. Let's see what's in here. We got some fire and water areas, but we can't go across them yet, nor can we open this. So we just have to go through here. Well, our red door was open thanks to that. And that leads us up to this fork in the road. Well, we can choose either the fire boots, which are orange, or the flippers, which are blue. So let's go with fire boots. Now, it may be tempting to go for that, but remember, that's brown, and according to the hints, brown is treated like orange, so let's not do that yet. First, we need to look for red, which is over here. Let's see where that goes to. Aha, now we can see why we had to press one before the other. Now it makes sense. So let's safely press this, and then go back and get the other one next, and we should be good to go. And this should enable us to get yellow, and we'll have to come back for blue later on. Ah, we're in a new area now. Well, it looks like we're given a choice here between green and blue, and green comes before blue in the rainbow, so let's go ahead and press that. And now we can see what would have happened if we went for blue first. This guy would have gone all the way to the left and blocked our way back, so it's a good thing we didn't do that. Let's get all the loot here, and we'll be on our way to that upper area. Alright, hopefully we can find something useful, and it looks like we did. Always good to find something useful. And I think this will help us get to green back in that bug area. Here we go. Now, where does this lead us? Back to this area. Well, let's explore first. We can get that. And we can finally get blue. And now, let's head back through here and get the flippers. And finally, let's go through here. This upper area kind of reminds me of All Full in the sense that there's like that vault in the upper left in that level. And I kind of like the fact that they save it for the end as kind of a reward after your hard work, so that's pretty cool. I really like that a lot. Not to mention that it's a looping path, so you don't really have to do any backtracking. Well, at this point, there's only one area we have yet to visit, and that is the violet area down here. But thankfully that's a breeze. We can just get the chips here and get out. So overall, I highly recommend this for CCLP1, mainly just because the concept is very clearly explained at the start, and the gameplay throughout is very consistent and is based on that singular concept. The tasks that you're faced with aren't really difficult in nature, and as long as you keep that one concept in mind, you're good to go. I suppose the only point of concern is that you have to get your stuff stolen in the blue-green junction in the lower right, so if you go for those boots in the watery area, then you'd have to get them stolen there. So I'm assuming there's some way to correct that, but it's so minor, and to be honest, most people would probably finish that area with the tanks first anyway, so it's not that big of a deal, but just worth pointing out. Anyway, the next level is called Brickwalled, and I gotta say, this is probably one of my favorite blue wall mazes. Like I said in Just Glide through this level, I believe that blue walls are a good tile when used sparingly or systematically in some interesting way. And this is a good example of the latter option. Because unlike a level like Chip Mine, in which, you know, everything is just all compressed in that big blob of blue walls and the passages are just one tile wide, here you don't feel the urge to just beat on everything because you know which walls are blue. There's a pattern to all of it. And though the maze is unpredictable, at least you have these two tile-wide corridors which allow you some freedom. And you know which walls are blue and you know where to press, and it's not exactly that unpredictable. So for the most part, I think blue wall levels, you know, could stand to learn from this level. I mean, I think it's a great example of something that is not quite as annoying as the typical blue wall maze when we think of blue walls. I just think it's kind of sad the way we view blue walls as a community, just because we tend to have this stigma against them after all the annoyance that they've put us through in the original game. But something like this I think is very interesting, and it's got a really, really cool design. This level also has a sequel later on in this set, which has completely different gameplay than this, but it uses the same sort of design, and it's brilliant. I'll show you how it looks like when we get there, but basically this design that you're seeing right now is just perfect for the type of gameplay that's in the sequel. Well, we have only one more trade to make here, so let's go ahead and find that green key, which should be behind the yellow door, which I think is behind everything over here. Yes, here we go. Alright, and there's nothing there, obviously, so let's go this way. Well, I think that's all we have in terms of key swapping, so it's time to head back to the lower right and get out of here. Overall, excellent level. Highly recommend it. Okay, the next level is called Clog, and I gotta say, this one is a tad more complicated than most of the things in this set, but it's still pretty fun. We got a red key here, and it may seem tempting to go down there, but we need to take care of this area first so we can get this green here. Now, you may be kind of a little bit nervous to push this here for fear of blocking the path to the green key, but thankfully there's water there, which everything will fly into, so there's no need to worry about that. And now, we never have to worry about the machine producing anything again, so let's go ahead and move onward. We'll clog that up. Let's get this. I'm not going to go for that one on the right yet, because as you can see there, there's no way back, so I'm going to wait. Well, here you can see that a little bit better, but we'll see if we can get that clone machine stopped first before we go for the right side. And looks like we found the tool with which to do that. We got this block, and we can just stuff this guy up here. That kind of sounded a little funny. And we can get the chip here. Excellent. Alright, now we follow the stream. I don't know why I said it like that. Let's see, we need to go into the green door. Now we got a string of bugs. Let's just follow them just to be on the safe side and not get sidetracked here. And I want to say, yeah, the next place we go to is here because there's a red door on that side. Let's check out what's here in this blue door here in the starting room. Another clone machine. Surprise, surprise. Well, let's see what I can do. Wait a minute. Was this up here? Because I should have just pushed this to the left. That was silly. Now I'm probably going to send something there to the opening area. Yeah, that's going to cause a mess. Why did I do that? That was silly. Well, hopefully it won't wreak too much havoc, and it looks like it went over here anyway, so we're good. Now we got ourselves a red key, and if I remember right, there was a red door inside that bug area, so let's head back over there. Bugs galore, and here we got some tanks. Okay. Interesting. Well, thankfully this is easily remedied. As long as we reverse it, then the clone machine will stop. Although these guys kind of got stuck there, but hey, that's alright. Maybe they're lovers and, you know, they're enjoying a nice date out or something like that. We'll let them be. And now we can just swim our way through the upper part of the maze, which is awesome. And now we're back in this area. Nifty. I guess we can push this here so we can get it down to the bomb. And to get it back there, we're going to need to take that force floor path over here again. Whoa. Dangerous, dangerous. Okay, new area now. Wait, whoa, what did that say? Look out, the next red button controls the clone machine immediately below it. Okay, point well taken. Let's make sure we don't follow this straight down. That's kind of a clever mechanism because it ensures that you have to go around to get the one on the other side, so that's kind of nice. And it looks like we're almost done. We just got a few chips left and we should be good to go. Good. Let's see here. All we have to do is just press this green button, and that should stop all the cloning. Good. Alright, so now, what all have we missed? I can't remember what that does. Was there something up here that we missed? No. Oh, wait a minute. It was in the opening area, right? Was there something in the opening area? Yeah, the one right below the opening area. The machine there had this. Yeah, that's right. Silly me, I totally forgot about that machine. Alright, and we're out of there. So Clog is done. Overall, I enjoy it. I'd probably give it a 4 out of 5. It's got a few mean areas, but for the most part, it's an enjoyable puzzle that unravels itself once you get it down. And it doesn't require a whole lot of lateral thinking. Once you understand how, you know, each room connects to the next, it's not too bad. The next level is called Roads to Victory. And you recall that back when we played Choose Your Own Adventure earlier on, I mentioned how that level kind of was creative with the Choose Your Own Adventure concept. Well, this one is even more so. Basically, there are 4 ways to solve this, and I'm going to try to show all 4 of them. So let's go ahead and attempt this. The first one involves sending the glider down there. And essentially, basically these solutions are kind of contingent on where you send the glider. You can send it either straight down here, you can send it to the left here, to the right here, or if it happens to go down any of the 2 other columns here in the water that I'm not bridging down through, then you'd have to collect all the chips, basically. I probably should have shown that one first, but oh well, it doesn't really matter. And I'm trying to remember which one this is, but what am I doing? I don't even need to collect the chips. Yeah, let's just kind of play this and see what happens. I kind of forgot which one this was, but I'll figure it out. So let's just go up through here and get all this stuff. Okay, once you get into this room, you're pretty much set because there's a flipper here that you can get, which makes things so much easier on you. Navigating this is so much easier with this flipper. Okay, so now that we got this, let me see what we need to do next. I forget. Get rid of these balls here. And we get another set of keys. Okay, so I'm going to avoid this because it's a chip and we don't actually need them. I don't believe... Okay, we can get the yellow key there. Is this the yellow key solution? I forget. I want to say this is the yellow key solution. There's a solution where you get 2 yellow keys. Actually, 2 solutions, should I mention, because one of the solutions is kind of busted. I'll explain why. So, here's what I mean. This trap up there, there's a solution that involves holding the trap down, but you don't actually need to, because you can easily just get that yellow key. And I'll show you what I mean. So let's go ahead and get this, by virtue of just opening those doors up. And let's go back down here. We'll push this block into here. Like I said, ignoring the chips. We're going to come back to those yellow doors later on because we're going to need the keys for something. But for now, remember when we go down through this teleport over here, if I can get there. Come on. There you go. If I go down through here, we get instant access to this key now that we got the flippers, right? Well, now that we got 2 yellow keys, we can get 3 here, and that will allow us to gain access to 2 things. If we go back through this passageway over here, and go back to that bug room with the fire, you'll notice that there's a set of 3 yellow doors right here, and there's a green key, which will lead to fire boots, and then there's a toggle button behind the first one. Well, I'm not going to solve the level here, but I'll show you the toggle button solution first. So let me lead all... Okay, let me not die there. That was kind of silly. But basically, well, okay, that was kind of self-explanatory. Basically, you can see there that if I let all the monsters out there, I could go right through the toggle door and into the exit. Consequently, if I got the green key, I could have gone for the fire boots in the 4th floor room and then walked the fire path to the exit. So that's 2 solutions. You can basically see what that looks like. I'm going to go ahead and try one of the other ones now because I don't really want to waste any more time. Let me do this one. Actually, that's the one that's kind of busted because that involves getting the skates, and I'll show you why you would need the skates if that were actually required. Let me try the other one here. Let me let that bounce, and then... Whoop, 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 whoop. That's not what I meant. Okay, for some reason I'm having a really hard time doing this. I don't think it actually matters which way you take out, so let me just do that. We can just bridge left and nothing will really come of that. But now that we've gotten the right path chosen, we can use the tank button that we passed by earlier. And I'll show you what that entails, basically. Okay, now we got the red key. Good, good, good. See, if the glider went there, we would have gotten the skates, basically, and there's like a trap button that you'd be forced to hide in a recessed wall and then wait for that ball to bounce back up and get the skates, and you'd have to exit out this bomb if you went that way. Or you could enter through the bomb and not even have to worry about the trap at all, but kind of beside the point now. Anyway, this room, let me just go ahead and get these flippers again. But see, now that we can't access that teleport at the bottom to instantly get that yellow key from earlier, I believe, let me see, I may be wrong, but well, wait a minute, maybe not, because I could still get a yellow key using that pair of keys right here, right? Or wait, I don't need yellow keys, what am I talking about? I need to press this. Wait, I do need a yellow key, right, I need to open the yellow door up. Sorry guys, I'm kind of scatterbrained tonight, you can kind of tell. Let me find out where to get that, because at this point, yeah, I completely forgot to open that up and I messed up. But basically, this solution, you'd get a yellow key, you'd open that up, you'd press the blue button, and then that would destroy the bomb, and you'd get the suction boots, and you'd walk the right path to the exit. So, yeah, I'm sorry I'm not actually solving the level, I apologize for that, but let me show you what, or actually let me mess up this glider thing intentionally just so you can see what it would look like. If the glider went down willy-nilly some way like that, and you want to just get all the chips and go through the chip socket here, this is the solution you want to watch. And this is probably the most sensical solution. They're all pretty interesting, but this one actually uses everything that's not related to one of the yellow key mechanisms. So, for instance, you'd get all the keys down here. I'm probably going to wait on some of these until I get the flippers, but the thing I'm wondering is, are the flippers required only in one solution? Because it seems like they would be required in every solution. I'm still trying to wrap my head around that. And I guess it's just kind of late, I'm not really thinking straight right now. Let's see, let's go in here, get all the stuff. You know the drill. Get this guy. Get these. I'm not sure which door we should open there. Let me just wait on that. Get all the chips in this room, and hopefully we won't be clobbered by walkers. That actually did happen one time. I just went into a path that converged with another one, and then I ran into a walker on the other path. And here, I believe, do we have to use a red? Yes, so it's a good thing we didn't use the red key earlier. I suppose if you accidentally mess one of these up, that's kind of one of the nice things about having the other solutions, is that you can fall back on one of them, depending on where the glider went. Okay, 5 chips left. Should be pretty doable. 2 of them are right here next to us. I kind of wish all the invisible walls were appearing walls. That would be a little bit more consistent, but it's just a minor quibble, nothing major. Did I miss something here? Oh wait, this guy. That's right, this one. Let's get this one. Come on, there we go. Okay, we get you. That's right, this path. Except, wait, can I get on this? Oh wait, that's right, there's a floor tile. Okay, for some reason, in my mind's eye, there's like a ice tile right where I'm standing, and I couldn't get on it unless I was on the force tile below, and I overrode that, and now I just totally got killed by a walker just by virtue of the same method I mentioned earlier. So you know what, I'm just going to take one of the easy paths here. I'm totally going to take one of the easy paths. I'm going to send the glider down there, and I'm going to get out, and you know how this works. You guys have seen how each of the solutions works. I hope you've seen that by now. Let's try this. Okay. So, we need to get the flippers first. Not worry about any of these chips, just get the flippers first. For some reason my key press didn't register there. Okay. So get you, get the keys. Good, good, good. We get a yellow key. From here. And then we get that other one from the bottom. Okay. This time I will not die. This time I will actually make it, guys. I will actually make it for real. Let's get those. And hilariously enough, I'm returning to the very first solution I was showing everybody. Except this time I don't think I'm going to use the toggle wall, because that's kind of a bit of a risky method. This would be really interesting to optimize. Let me just get the green key, and I know the walker room is kind of risky, but I'm willing to brave it. And thankfully these islands help determine what's safe and what's not, which really, really is appreciated. Okay. Now let's just walk to safety. Yes, we made it. Victory achieved. And we just finished a little over 100 seconds, so not bad. Alright, I think I'm going to finish things off here with Slimy Swarm, since it's a pretty short level. Basically, it's kind of like Jumping Swarm, except blobs, and there are extra chips, which is very nice. It's nice when a level like this has extra chips and you can just kind of run around however you want. Especially over here in the corners where things can get really hairy after a while. 7, 6, 5, whoa, 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 Nelly Furtado. Okay, whoa, that was risky. And we made it. Okay, woo, with a faster time too. Well, in the next video we will take on, if I can find the end key, It Snoo. Snoo?